Star 105.5, on the hotline now, a very, very busy man in the entertainment industry, Chasez. What's happening?
Hey, how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. I'm so excited to be talking to you. I've grown up watching you on the Mickey Mouse Club, on NSYNC, and now on America's Best Dance Crew. You are quite the busy guy. You're going on your 5th season now as a judge on one of the hottest dancing competition shows on TV, America's Best Dance Crew. JC, what made you decide to be a part of America's Best Dance Crew?
Well, I mean, first things, Randy put together a great show. This is Randy Jackson presents America's Best Dance Crew, and Randy and I have been friends for years and always talked about doing something together, and when he approached me with this, I was excited just to be doing something with him, just because he's such a great guy. And then I love the concept. I love the idea. I love the fact that, we're going after the underground of dancing. I know a lot of other shows are based on classical training and training and things like this, but this show is more about the raw emotion of what it is to dance. And self-made dancers and things like that. So they really have to rely on their creativity more than anything else, not just the technique, but real creativity. So that's why I wanted to be a part of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, obviously, the 5th season kicks off tomorrow night. What can we expect from this season of the show? I mean, are there any new twists, any particular group that we should keep our eye on?
This show's really been given a facelift for season 5. We had to kind of raise the bar. The fact is there was such a demand for the show, we've actually added 3 episodes and their audition specials. We did a regional audition to where the judges for the first time went to the cities, into the South, up to the East Coast, and out to the West Coast to be a part of the audition process. So we put together 3 shows of regional auditioning to add on to the season. So that's exciting. And as well, we have a brand new judge who is a fantastic dancer and a great point of view on the panel, which is now Omarion.
Omarion, exactly. He's replacing Shane Sparks, who has been with you guys on the show for the last 4 seasons. Now, what do you think Omarion's going to bring to the table that might be a little bit different than Shane might bring?
Well, we talked. We talked. We met. And he's a great guy, and I think. The best part about what he brings is, he started off growing up as a dancer first.
Right.
So, the qualifications for that are there. But he also has the performer's perspective, so he understands, what it takes to convey that point of view, that style, that dance. And he's had success making an impression on an audience, so he knows what it takes to be successful as a performer.
Sure, absolutely.
And to have a successful performance. So I think those things that are in his repertoire make him a great judge.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he's got some dance moves, you have to be honest.
Great, man. He's a great dancer. He's like backstage, always kind of popping his chest and moving around.
Sure. They can definitely learn a lot from him. Now, Jabberwockies may be the most known of the groups to come out of America's Best Dance Crew. What kind of casting process do you have to go through in order to get the dance crews for the competition?
I mean, literally, we just, send out, any way we can, viral and, through the internet,
okay.
Through television promotion and things like that about we're going to be in this city on this day, and then essentially just go through the hundreds and hundreds of crews that show up, and that's what you're going to see actually in the first 3 shows. You're going to see, us in the cities, going through piles and piles and piles of crews. Until we get the best ones.
Awesome. I really like that you guys are adding these, 3 episodes in the very beginning, because I think from the outsider's perspective, it's certainly going to let these people, who may be inspiring dancers know what to look forward to, what to get, how to get there, basically.
But it also, we're trying to show, give them an opportunity in their comfort zone and yet give them something recognizable, They're not just sitting in front of a panel of producers and people they don't know. They know that they have to leave a great impression from the get-go.
Right.
No slacking at any point in this audition process anymore.
Right. Well, we are on the phone with Chasez from America's Best Dance Crew, premiering tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on MTV. Now, we kind of touched base a little bit about this, but do you have any advice for someone out there that has always dreamed of becoming a professional dancer? What's the best way to start?
The best way to start, honestly, is just a matter of, it's hard work. You know, that's what anything essentially boils down to. If you want to be good at anything, you just have to work extremely hard at it.
Absolutely.
It's repetition, repetition, repetition. Because being clean is the best thing, is your best friend. Because somebody might have the most creative routine in the world, but if they don't execute it, you're not going to see it.
Right.
If you do something clean, it's striking, So I would say repetition and just, work hard.
Exactly. Now, JC, you may kill me on this one, I don't know, but you probably knew there was no way I could end this without mentioning the word "in sync." Is there any chance of a comeback from you and the guys?
No. We're all excited working in the careers that we're working in now and working on the projects we're working on. So,
how about another solo album from you?
That could be in the cards, but right now my focus recently has been writing for other artists.
Absolutely.
Something that I started toying with again, the idea. So.
Yeah, you've written several tracks for Leona Lewis and even the Backstreet Boys, which is surprising, you coming from NSYNC and working with the Backstreet Boys. So
yeah.
that's pretty awesome. Now, my sister, I told her all about this. I was going to be talking to you, and she wanted me to tell you, A, she said hello, and B, to ask you, if you weren't famous, what would you be doing?
I would be, working.
That's what we thought you would be saying.
I got to pay our bills and eat, but the fame thing isn't something that I really spend a whole lot of time thinking about. I think about my work, my day to day, and that's what I focus on anyway.
Right.
If somebody comes up and says hi, and I appreciate what you do, that's fantastic. That's flattering. But at the same time, it's always been about just putting my head down and going to work and being proud of my work.
Absolutely. Well, you certainly should be proud. You are a very busy man, and you're phenomenal, is all I have to say. So, JC Chasez, he's going to be on the 5th season of America's Best Dance Crew. It premieres tomorrow night on MTV at 9 o'clock here in Chicago. JC, thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
My pleasure.
Oh, man, I love it. I love it. Hey, buddy, you have a good one. Good luck with everything. And you know what? Pick the next America's Best Dance Crew, buddy.
We will. Thanks.